I traveled to 5 countries last year on less than $1,000, and no, I didn't sleep in airports or eat instant noodles every day. In fact, I stayed in some pretty amazing places, ate incredible food, and had experiences that people spending $5,000 on their trips would be jealous of. If you think traveling is too expensive, you're about to learn 7 hacks that airlines, hotels, and booking sites absolutely don't want you to know. And trust me, once you know these secrets, you'll never look at travel the same way again. In this video, I'm giving you the ultimate budget travel guide. We're talking about finding insanely cheap flights that'll blow your mind, hidden accommodation deals that literally cost you nothing, and how to travel like a local without breaking the bank. But here's the thing, stick with me to the very end, because I'm going to share my personal $20 per day travel blueprint that has allowed me to explore over 30 countries without going into debt. This isn't theory, people. This is exactly what I do, step by step. Tip 1, the $20 flight trick. Now, I know what you're thinking. $20 flights? Come on, that's impossible. But just last month, I booked a flight from New York to Barcelona for exactly $23. Not a typo, $23. Here's how it happened. I was on this website called Scott's Cheap Flights, now called Going, and I saw what they call a mistake fare. These are basically pricing errors that airlines make, and if you're quick enough, you can snag them before they fix it. But even without mistake fares, here's what most people don't know. Use flexible date searches. Instead of searching for specific dates, search for entire months. Skyscanner's whole month view will show you the cheapest days to fly. Tuesday and Wednesday departures are typically 40% cheaper than weekend flights. And here's a pro tip. Clear your browser cookies between searches. Airlines track your searches and actually raise prices if they see you looking at the same route repeatedly. Sneaky, right? Oh, and I'll show you the exact mistake fare website I use in just a minute. But first, let me blow your mind with tip number 2. Tip 2, accommodation for $0. Before you think I'm talking about sleeping on park benches, let me tell you about my stay in Amsterdam last summer. I found this incredible house-sitting gig through trustedhousesitters.com. I got to stay in this beautiful canal-side apartment for free for a week. All I had to do was water some plants and feed a very friendly cat named Whiskers. The apartment would have cost me $200 a night on Airbnb. House-sitting isn't just about pets, by the way. Some people just want someone to collect their mail and make the house look lived in. I've house-sat in London, Prague, and Lisbon, all completely free. If house-sitting feels too committal, there's couch surfing. Yeah, it's still a thing, and it's amazing. I've stayed with locals in over 15 cities, and not only is it free, but you get insider knowledge that no guidebook can give you. And here's something cool. One of these places actually gave me free dinner every night, too. I'll tell you exactly which type of accommodation this was when we get to tip 5, because it ties into something really important about local experiences. But even if you're not ready for staying with strangers, hostels have evolved. Many now offer private rooms that cost less than budget hotels, plus free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and built-in social opportunities. Tip 3. Eat like a local restaurant. Meals in tourist areas can cost $30 to $50 per person, but the same quality food in local neighborhoods, often under $5. Here's my trick. Open Google Maps, search for restaurants, then filter by rating. Anything above 4.2 stars with over 100 reviews. But here's the key. Look at the photos people post. If you see mostly tourists in the photos, skip it. If you see locals, families, business people on lunch breaks, that's your spot. In Bangkok, I found this incredible street food market using this method. Pad Thai that would cost $15 in a tourist restaurant, 75 cents at the market. And honestly, it was the best Pad Thai I had my entire trip. Food markets are absolute gold mines. Every major city has them. Borough Market in London, La Boqueria in Barcelona, Chatuchak in Bangkok. You can eat like a king for under $10 a day. And remember that $200 I saved in Paris that I mentioned earlier? That's actually coming up in tip 4. It's a transport hack that most tourists never think of. Tip 4, transport hacks. Airport transfers, taxis, tourist bus tours, they add up fast. But here's what I learned. Every major city has incredible public transportation, and most offer tourist cards that are absolute game changers. In Paris, here's that $200 savings story. Instead of taking taxis everywhere like my friend did, I bought a weekly Metro pass for 22 euros. That's about $24. My friend spent over $200 on Ubers that same week. Same destinations, same convenience, but I saved myself enough money for 3 extra days in the city. Download City Mapper before you travel. It works in over 100 cities and shows you the fastest, cheapest routes using public transport. It even shows you which subway car to get on, so you're closest to the exit at your destination. Walking tours are another hack. Most cities have free walking tours. Just tip your guide whatever you think it was worth. I've done them in Berlin, Dublin, and Prague. 3 hours of insider knowledge, historical context, and restaurant recommendations, all for whatever tip you feel is fair. Tip 5. Activities on a shoestring. Most major museums have free entry days or hours. The Louvre in Paris? Free on the first Sunday of each month. The Met in New York? Pay what you wish for students. But here's a secret most tourists miss. Many cities have free observation decks. Everyone pays $40 to go up the Empire State Building, but you can get similar views from the Staten Island Ferry, completely free, and you get to see the Statue of Liberty as a bonus. Remember I mentioned one accommodation type that gave me free dinner every night? It was a hostel in Vienna that organized free group dinners for guests every evening. Not only did I save money on food, but I met travelers from 8 different countries. Those connections led to free places to stay in 3 other cities. Free walking tours, free museum days, free festivals. Cities want to showcase their culture. Check local tourism websites and things to do this weekend Facebook groups. You'll find events and activities that locals go to, which means authentic experiences at local prices. Tip 6. Packing smart to avoid costs. Baggage fees are airlines' secret moneymaker. A carry-on only trip can save you $100 to $200 in baggage fees round trip. Here's my 5-item must-pack list that'll save you money. First, packing cubes. They literally double your space. Second, a universal adapter with USB ports. No buying adapters in every country. Third, quick dry clothing. You can pack less because you can wash and wear the same items multiple times. Fourth, and this is huge, a portable phone charger. Dead phone equals expensive mistakes. You'll end up taking taxis instead of public transport, eating at expensive touristy places instead of finding local spots, missing free events because you can't access your apps. Fifth, a reusable water bottle with a filter. Buying bottled water adds up. I calculated I spent $60 on water during a 2-week trip to Southeast Asia before I got smart about this. Pro tip, weigh your bag before you leave. Most carry-on weight limits are strictly enforced in Europe and Asia. An overweight carry-on becomes a checked bag fee. There goes your savings. Tip 7. The $20 Stay Blueprint. And now for the big one. My personal $20 per day travel blueprint. This is exactly how I allocate money when I travel, and it's allowed me to spend months abroad without breaking the bank. Here's the breakdown. $8 for accommodation. That's hostel dorms, house sitting, or budget private rooms split with a travel buddy. $6 for food. Street food for breakfast and lunch, cooked dinner at hostels or Airbnb, occasional splurge meal. $4 for local transport, city passes, public transport, walking when possible. $2 for activities and miscellaneous, free walking tours with tips, museum entry fees, occasional coffee or snack. I track everything in a simple app called Trail Wallet. Every expense gets logged immediately. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional with your money so you can travel longer and more frequently. The key is flexibility. Some days you'll spend $15, others might be $25, but it averages out. And here's what's beautiful about this system. If you can do $20 a day, you can do a 2-week international trip for under $500 total, including flights. I've created a downloadable budget planning sheet with city-specific cost breakdowns for 50 popular destinations. I'll link it in the description. It's completely free. I want to share something personal with you. My most meaningful travel experience wasn't the $5,000 resort vacation my family took when I was younger. It was sleeping in a $3 hostel in Nepal and watching the sunrise over the Himalayas with travelers from around the world. We shared stories, cooked instant noodles together, and talked about our dreams until 3 a.m. That experience, that connection, cost me almost nothing, but it changed how I see the world and myself. Travel isn't about how much money you spend. It's not about the fanciest hotels or the most expensive restaurants. It's about how deeply you experience a place, how open you are to new perspectives, and the connections you make along the way. Here's what I know about most people watching this. You'll hear these tips, you'll think, wow, that's amazing, and then you'll say, someday when I have more money. But here's the truth. You have enough money right now. You just need to be smart about how you use it. Don't be the person who waits for someday. Be the person who books the trip. If this video helped you realize that budget travel is possible, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this with a friend who's always saying they can't afford to travel. And subscribe for my next video titled 10 Countries You Can Visit for Under $500 Total. And I mean total, including flights. These are countries where your dollar goes incredibly far, and I share the exact routes and strategies I use.